Today I'll have a Comic Hero Out Showdown fight, bring you comics news, and reveal the books I bought this week. How y'all doing? I'm Victor, and you are watching the Comic Hero Show. Now kick that logo! Welcome to this edition of the Comic Hero Show. I'm your host, Victor Dudley, and I am the Comic Hero. The summer of superheroes continues, and on this episode, I'm paying tribute to the Caped Crusader, the Dark Knight, Batman. Now, this is a Batman comic hero tee, and inside the speech bubble, I have a whole bunch of bats, and then I have the Batman logo on the sleeves, and to go along with it, this Batman hat. Now, I did an online poll last week, and I had y'all vote between this shirt and an Iron Man shirt. And more people voted for this shirt. Now don't worry, if you voted for the Iron Man comic hero tee, I'm going to wear that on episode 268. And the only reason I'm doing 2 episodes a week, for those of y'all that are watching this for the first time or haven't watched it in a while, is because when I was doing the whole thing for the summer of superheroes, I went a little overboard and made way too many superhero-themed comic hero tees. And then I got this idea of doing 2 episodes a week. That way I can feature a lot of these shirts. Now, with as many of them that I've made, it's more than likely I'm probably not going to be able to feature all of them. Because when next month comes, I'm going to go back to doing 1 episode a week. And what I'm going to do in the episodes to come after this month, I'm going to feature at least 1 superhero comic hero tee. And I'm going to set aside 1 episode to feature 1 superhero comic hero tee. And now, more than likely, I won't feature any in the months of October and December. October mainly because, you know, the anniversary episode. That's usually the first episode I do in October, and then I raise awareness of different causes in that month, and then in December, you know, Christmas. But other than that, I'm gonna try to set aside 1 episode. Definitely next month in November. Now, again, October and December probably won't happen. Now, I'm not going to give away a free t-shirt because this is an odd numbered episode. I usually give them away on even number episodes of the show, but then when I return back to the regular format next month, it's going to be every week. But I'll let you know what the free tea question of the week is. Which fictitious Eastern European country does Dr. Doom not only hail from, but also rules? Everyone who answers correctly will be entered in a drawing for a free tea on episode 268. Now, D'Angelo Ballou from Youngstown, Ohio has requested a Comic Hero Out Showdown fight, and this one features a character who rules over a planet, over a very powerful entity. Representing DC, we have Darkseid. And also representing DC, we have Kismet. These 2 are going to duke it out in a segment I like to call
the Comic Hero Throwdown Showdown.
Welcome to the Comic Hero Throwdown Showdown. Today, it's Darkseid versus Kismet. Darkseid possesses superhuman strength, speed, agility, durability and stamina, flight, immortality, energy and matter manipulation, teleportation, telepathy, telekinesis, Omega powers, including projection of Omega beams, is a genius-level tactician and an expert hand-to-hand combatant. Kismet possesses time, matter, energy, reality, and boundary manipulation, omnipresence, omniscience, eternity, and reality warping. Who will win? Darkseid is an equal opportunist in every way, so he wastes no time in trying to end this fight. He attempts to do so by projecting his lethal Omega beams on Kismet, but the latter stops time in order to prevent herself from being hit.
She then resets time only 3 seconds before Darkseid projects his Omega beams, magically strips him of his powers, and imprisons him in an inescapable void in space. Kismet wins, and that concludes this fight on the Comic Hero Throwdown Showdown.
Alright, well, I hope you enjoyed that fight. I'll have another fight for episode 269. Alright, now it's time for Comically Speaking, so without further ado, let's talk comics! Alright, there are 5 things we're going to talk about in this segment of Comically Speaking, and the first one is a photo that I stumbled upon on social media of Hugh Jackman and Taron Egerton. Take a look. Alright, now that photo suggests that Jackman is handing over the reins of Wolverine to Egerton. I don't see it. I honestly don't see him playing that role of Wolverine. Now, Taron Egerton, for those of y'all who don't know, he starred in the movies The Kingsman: The Secret Service, The Kingsman: The Golden Circle, and then most recently as Elton John in Rocket Man. Egerton, to me, he doesn't really have the rugged looks nor the animosity to play Wolverine. I just can't see it. Now, in terms of height, he has that. I mean, because we all know Wolverine is a rather short guy. Egerton, by the looks of it, looks like he's about my height. But as far as looks goes, most definitely not. Now, if it were me, and I've said this before, I would cast Carl Urban to play Wolverine. He definitely has the looks. He definitely has the animosity, especially when he played Dr. McCoy in the last 3 Star Trek movies. I mean, if you put Carl Urban's face side by side with Wolverine, yeah, that would work better, but definitely not Taron Egerton. But that's just my opinion. Alright, now the second thing is I recently went to finally see Spider-Man Far From Home. And let me tell y'all, it was a great movie. I thought it was great. I thought it was great all around. Even the last 2 extra scenes. I'm not going to give away anything because I understand that some of y'all haven't seen it yet. But if you haven't seen it, you need to go out and see it before they stop showing it in theaters, because I don't think it's worth the wait to wait for it to come out on DVD. I mean, if that's what you want to do, then all power to you. But it's definitely not worth the wait. It's still in certain theaters. Go out and see it. Oh man, I'm still over the moon about that movie. I mean, words just can't describe. I mean, the entire cast was amazing, and then also it uncovered a lot of things, a few things that have happened since the first Iron Man movie back in 2008, and also there was 2 extra scenes. Woo! I'm not going to give it away, but yeah, go out and see it. Go out and see it. Don't wait till it comes out on DVD. Just don't. And speaking of Spider-Man, the third thing, there have been reports that Sony is developing a live-action Spider-Gwen movie. Now, in the last episode I did, I wore a Spider-Gwen comic hero tee, and let me explain to y'all, let me explain to everyone who Spider-Gwen is. Well, let me explain to everyone who doesn't know who Spider-Gwen is. Spider-Gwen is Gwen Stacy from a parallel Marvel universe. And in this universe, instead of Peter Parker being bitten by the radioactive spider, she does. And she ends up getting powers. And she calls herself Spider-Woman. But then after a recent miniseries that just ended for Marvel late last year called Spider-Geddon, she stopped calling herself Spider-Woman and started calling herself Ghost Spider. And she's going to be coming to the 616 Marvel Universe starting this month with Ghost Spider #1. I think if the casting was great, this movie would be a blockbuster. I only wonder who. I mean, there's a long list of actresses that could play the lead role, and honestly, I really don't give a rip. I would cast Emma Stone because her portrayal of Gwen Stacy in The Amazing Spider-Man and The Amazing Spider-Man 2, which came out in 2012 and 2014 respectively, were the only bright spot, or one of the few bright spots of those movies. And I think she would deliver. Now, if it would be a no-brainer if they would cast Tom Holland as Peter Parker in that movie. They're going to have to, because they were very good in this Marvel universe. They were very good friends until he dies, and he dies a very horrible death. He dies from he ends up getting injected with that lizard serum, and then he gets a lethal dose of it and he dies. Now, of course, I'm talking about the lizard, aka Dr. Kirk Connors. I would love to see it. I just think that they should, if they're going to cast anyone, I say, you know what, go ahead and cast Emma Stone. I bet she would really deliver in this role. All right, now the fourth thing, and I'm very excited about this. When I found out about this, I became Christmas happy. Kevin Conroy is reportedly going to play an elderly Bruce Wayne in the event on the CW that's going to cross over through 4 shows, Crisis on Infinite Earths. Now, for those of y'all who don't know who Kevin Conroy is, he is the greatest voice actor, the greatest Batman voice actor of all time. He started playing the voice of Batman in 1992 for Batman the Animated Series, and not only that, but also in Justice League and Justice League Unlimited, and then a few feature animated films for Warner Brothers. I think he would, and also Batman Beyond. Can't forget about that. And him playing an elderly Bruce Wayne. Wow. Just wow. Honestly, I can't wait for that. Alright, the last thing. Speaking of Crisis on Infinite Earths, Black Lightning is joining the party. So instead of Crisis on Infinite Earths being a crossover between 3 DC shows on the CW, it's going to be 4. The Flash, Supergirl, Crisis on not 4, but 5. I forgot about Arrow. The Flash, Arrow, Supergirl, Legends of Tomorrow, and Black Lightning. All I have to say is about dadgum time, because you see Supergirl, the Flash, the Legends of Tomorrow, and Arrow all getting together to form one team. It's about time for Black Lightning to get out of his bubble and join the fun. And I can't wait. Alright, that's it for Comically Speaking. Let's get to the comics I bought this week.
Comic books I bought this week.
Alright, first up is Deadpool number 15. The Immortal Hulk number 21. Justice League Odyssey number 11. X-Force number 10. Batman number 74. Batman number 75. Detective Comics number 1007. Catwoman number 9. Catwoman number 10. Catwoman number 11. Catwoman number 12. And finally, Catwoman number 13. All right, that's 12, which brings the total number of comics that I bought since December of 1997 to 9,498. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed this episode. Here's a question for a free tea for episode 268. Which fictitious Eastern European country does Dr. Doom not only hail from, but also rules? Everyone who answers correctly will be in a drawing for a free tea on that episode. And this is the month of August, and this is around the time that most students are going back to school. Now, I wish y'all the best. Y'all have a wonderful year. And it doesn't matter whether you're starting pre-K, whether you're starting kindergarten, whether you're starting junior high, whether you're starting high school, whether you're starting college, whether you're pursuing your master's or your doctorate. Y'all have a great year. And GeekCon is over a week away. It's going to be at the Shreveport Convention Center in downtown Shreveport. The guests there, I mean, it's probably going to be their best one yet. They're going to be guests like Kevin Nash, Trish Stratus, Lori Petty, Richard Brake, Michael Rooker, LeVar Burton. The about 2/3 of the cast of Dragon Ball Super are going to be there, and so y'all going out, and if you're watching this, you'll definitely see me there. All right, I'm Victor Dudley on the Comic Hero. I'll see you next time for episode 268. So until then, be safe, be blessed, be a hero.